good evening, FF6 Worlds Collide, folks. I was putting off saying anything because I'm not as familiar with this flag set, and I was hoping someone else would get started.
I'm not familiar with it either, Cerise.
But tonight I'm joined by my lovely co-commentator, one of my favorites, Sigil.
Sure.
And Glue and Gretham are also here doing important things.
Yes.
I don't remember which of them is tracking him, but they're doing the hard jobs.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight, Sigil?
I'm good. How you doing, Cerise?
I'm doing very well. We've got a very special birthday today. Do you happen to know what that is?
Yes, the Figaro brothers, Edgar and Sabin.
Yeah,
and tonight, everyone's favorite twins in Final Fantasy.
And if you want to know what we're going to do to celebrate that, we've got the Figaro birthday celebration flag set. I don't know if that's what this flag set is called, but if you look at our unlock conditions, it's 6 characters, 9 espers, but also completing either Ancient Castle or suplexing a train. And we start with Edgar and Sabin. Gretham already in chat talking down to Sabin. But we've got a Tools Edgar and a Blitz Sabin to start.
Yes. And suplexing the train could come pretty quickly since you could complete the Phantom Train check and then go back into it to fight it.
And is that... Are we off? Some of us are off.
I believe we also start with all 8 tools.
That's correct. And it looks like natural magic on Sabin too, which is nice. He can continue to use his high magic stat.
Yes. We already have some diversion with Min the Mange going straight to for Figaro Castle. What do you think is going to be on the throne room?
I'm thinking another one of our favorite characters, you know, like a Cyan or something.
Yeah.
It's going to be an X-Magic Cyan, continuing the trend of stuff that uses magic stats and characters with bad magic stats.
Yes. Or maybe it'll be a Strago.
And is this an intentional grind fight, or did someone just... Okay, no, I feel like that's probably not intentional.
Yeah, no, since he's trying to run away.
So with the Edgar start and the Sabin start, 2 character starts are a little bit annoying, but you have a lot of good options with these two.
Yes.
You can get cheap shops at either World of Ruin Figaro or Figaro Castle, either world. You get some good grind opportunities. There are a lot of options, so it could be a little bit tricky finding another character.
Yeah. Right, and we also have 2 free checks with the Throne Room and Collapsing House.
Yeah. Are there monster...
Yes, and as Gretham pointed out in chat, there's a 10% chance of monster in the box showing up.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I know.
So that explains why people are running into stuff.
Yes.
Although I think Nobody War just ran into that on purpose.
And Christopher Walken already felt the pain of it.
I'm glad this is a surprise even to us.
Yeah.
They really picked the 2 most qualified people to do commentary tonight.
I know. And we're getting graced with 2 poison walkers.
So it sounds like the chests are good. Better loot than usual, but with 10% chance of monster in the box.
Yes.
So hopefully some eagle-eyed people out there are going to do a better job of keeping track of what people are getting. Because there's going to be a lot of fights going on.
Yes. Would that stop you from open up as many chests as you normally do.
I would definitely want to do. I mean, get a decent chunk of stuff at the start, but then see what you can buy from World of Ruin Figaro. The nice thing about the shed in Kefka, or the shed in Narsh, is they're all clumped together.
I think this is the 4th monster in the box for men.
At least we haven't seen anything too crazy.
No. And it looks like...
I say as someone gets pearled.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't usually see the annihilated screen 4 minutes into a run.
No. For 2 players also.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just try to get a decent chunk of loot and then see if I can get all of my goodies at, you know, Figaro just from buying stuff. Nobody were getting fed up and deciding, let's get some levels. And apparently we've also got Evil Edgar.
Okay. I think he's looking better than Good Edgar.
I mean, those colors suit Edgar quite well.
Yeah.
And we've got these little slime ball guys. I believe these are undead. I feel like I never see them.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I think they're an ancient castle enemy. Now, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Has anyone found any particularly exciting loot?
I just know Minda Mage found running shoes.
We'll probably be doing a lot of running.
Yes. They'll come in handy for the tentacles fight.
And unfortunately, not the best grind fights to get with some level magics. That'll be 2 level magics in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, grind as you go is definitely an option once you get those initial levels. And I think nobody was trying to do that coming here, but the enemies said, this isn't where you're going to get your levels.
Yeah, no. Nobody's war with Edgar's 3 HP in a dream.
And Min gonna loot down here. I don't know if Min saved at the save point down here. I'd be afraid of doing any looting in a wide spread out area.
Yeah.
The nice thing about doing Narsh Shed is if you beef it, you know, you've beefed it in the first 30 seconds and you just restart.
Yes. Yeah, and you're not really missing out on anything with the restarting.
And it looks like Fanatics, or excuse me, it looks like Imperial Camp was just Fanatics Tower with those urns and the level magics.
Ooh. I always love me a nice +2 speed Esper. What about you, Cerise?
I mean, that sounds like Dragoon strats to me. And is that Min wiping in the basement?
I believe so.
And this is why you never go to a birthday party for the Figaro brothers.
I know.
And are we going to see the same issue on Work Inside?
Was that a Paladin shield?
That was.
Yes.
Well, that's nice to see. So I guess we have free Paladin shields or Paladin shields on. Normally, you can only get them from the from uncursing the cursed shields, but there is a flag that puts them back in. As I said before, they really picked two very unqualified people to commentate on this, but this does mean it's a surprise as much to us as to anyone else.
Yes.
Did we see... I'm assuming that we don't have Bum Rush last turned off. Otherwise, people would just go and get Bum Rush right away. And I have to imagine that people might not want to do... Go ahead.
Bum Rush last is turned on.
Okay, yeah. So they'll have to do a little more leveling before they get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if people... We can also turn... Y remove isn't on, but Y Edgar is turned on.
And also, it looks like scaling is by checks, which is 2.5 levels per check. Same with the HP and MP scaling. While the experience is characters, espers, and dragons plus times 2.
Yeah, this early part of the game is definitely going to be the clunkiest for everybody. Unfortunately, by the time you have enough strength to not have to worry about these monster in a boxes, you're probably mostly done looting anyway.
And it looks like the only spell removed is Ultima.
So the Paladin shield is just a big beefy shield.
Yes.
And we got Jesus doing Coliseum, which is kind of like one big monster in a box. We do have Atmos for Phoenix Downs in there.
Yes.
Which will be useful eventually. I think that those NUOs also have really high magic defense, which I think is true for most of the things in Ancient Castle. So it's probably a Revivify or bust. Unless I've been making myself look foolish this whole time and you can't actually Revivify them. Oh, it's not an undead enemy, apparently.
And we just appreciate that Edgar had 1 HP left. With that fight for the Atma.
He wanted it. He wanted it back.
Yes. And we have Christopher Walken in the Coliseum also. Where he's going to get his VK, it looks like.
Yeah, that Quake from that Ouroboros would have been scary if it had enough MP to use it.
Yeah. But it's always fun watching Ouroboros kill itself with Quake. Oof.
And Min also... yeah.
Took another wipe.
Yeah, the only boss we've seen so far is Ultra, so at the very least, the bosses aren't being as mean as the random encounters. And it looks like Edgar was able to use the Atma and the VK. I don't believe Sabin was able to use either.
Yeah. I don't believe so either.
Continuing the trend of very useful Sabins.
Yes. But if there's no healing this seed, his mantra come in handy.
Yeah, he can heal the other more useful people.
Yes. Or recover like the mute. Blindness.
Maybe we'll get some like magic +2 espers or something.
Yes. I always wonder how the leader just flies in the sky.
It's with the axe. It's like a you know, it's like a Thor's hammer thing probably.
Darkness Spiral only matters when they use it in Coliseum. And we also have men facing the Ultros now in Barren Falls. Where would you go, Cerise?
Has any of them done Burning House yet? Or Collapsing House? It looks like Workin's about to do that.
Yes, which he's going to be rewarded with a Celeste.
I'm surprised we didn't see more people jump in there right away. Just because it's free and, you know,
Yes.
it gets scaling up.
But Celeste is doing her best Saber impersonation tonight.
And Jesus is going in here with Moogle Charm off, deciding that there weren't enough encounters already.
And we have nobody Ward doing Mount Cult with no Moogle Charm.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really surprised that people didn't do this earlier, just because having a third character would be really nice for all these fights.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just people trying to spend as much time as possible without having to switch worlds.
If you were run this series, would you think about doing Ancient Castle?
Yes, just because I have no idea how to do. I mean, I know that the suplex a train thing, you just go back there after doing Doom Train, but I've never done it before, so I'd be a little bit scared.
Because depending on how many characters Espers they get quickly, doing I believe they do Ancient Castle, and the suplex the train could bypass the Espers needed.
And we're actually seeing Sabin start to do some decent damage.
And we have
Somehow-
men checking the World of Ruin South Figaro shops.
Yeah, somehow Workin, the only one to find that perfectly free Celeste that's been available this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably do... Another nice thing about Ancient Castle is you can peek the tentacle thing and see if it's a character. But I'd probably start with getting that Celeste, and then, you know, Imperial Camp after that.
That's why I don't think we'll see any air anchor placed till later on, since scaling was pretty low. It's Baby Magimaster.
Yeah, I saw that without saying the name and almost had a heart attack.
Yes. And now we have Walken going to Imperial Camp.
Gonna get the fantastic news about the grind fights, but at least we have 3 people who can make it through those level magics.
Right. We have Locke at the South Figaro World of Ruin Cave. And with nobody Walken and Go-Go.
So not too hard to find characters in this.
No.
Which is always my biggest fear with the 2-character start. Shoutouts to Doom in War of the Magi.
Yes.
Now, we've got that Atma weapon from... and the VK from Coliseum. Have we found any other significant loot? And the Paladin Shield, but it can't teach
Yeah.
Ultima.
Yeah. I don't think so.
It looks like that Celeste has something nice for bonking. I didn't see what that was.
Yes.
Oh, rat. Okay.
But and we have Doomgaze in the engine room.
Has Min found any earrings or anything? That felt like a very wimpy Aura Bolt.
Yeah.
But I know that Doomgaze has high magic defense.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty rough Doomgaze to get through it. It at least doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. But it'll probably be a bit slow. And apparently there was an Illumina in the basement. Everyone in the comments needs to be the ones doing the commentary.
Yes.
Looks like Min is ready to... Are we ready to start playing B-ball? I will say that's the least damage I've ever seen a Gale Cut do.
And then we got through the Doomgaze fight marvelously.
Yeah, 28-person comms next time. We'll make it happen. I mean, it gets so chaotic even when we just bring in a couple of the winners for interviews afterwards. If multiple people win at the same time, it gets chaotic. I was fully expecting Min to loot that and have it be something that killed him. And we're gonna finally get that Celeste.
That's
You know, I'm happy to see an actual aquatic creature in the falls.
yes. It makes so much more sense. I think the one I find the weirdest is Flame Eater.
Flame Eater in the falls.
Yes.
It's just trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
Ifrit makes sense because Ifrit's immune to... I think Ifrit's immune to water. It always just seems to be immune to everything that you want to use on it. Nobody wore skipping all of the chests in there. We're done wasting our time on monster in a boxes.
Right. And you're correct, Ifrit is immune to water.
So it looks like everything is starting to stabilize for everybody.
Yes. And we have men doing the ancient castle play.
So that'll be one of the 3 unlock conditions completed. So do we have... No, we only know where 5 characters are at this point.
Right.
Because after doing Ancient Castle and Phantom Train, all you need are 6 characters, and then you can go into Kefka's Tower.
Yes.
If you're photosensitive, I apologize for all the poison animations. Hopefully people will stop looting chests soon.
I hope so.
Oh, and apparently Skip is only 7 characters, so... 7 characters, Ancient Castle, and... Phantom Train, and then you've got your end. Although you'd probably die immediately.
And the Phantom Train's reward is an offering.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes,
We have found Atma weapons and VKs.
VKs. And he plopped it right on Edgar.
I think this might be one too many chancellors.
I know.
There we go. That
Yes.
that fixed the number.
Yes.
I feel like this is the one RPG in the history of the universe where a chancellor wasn't evil.
You might be right.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see most people doing Phantom Train eventually.
Yeah. Especially since it's such a quick unlock edition. You know what would be great if Phantom Train was the boss of this?
I hope so, for the lore's sake. Do it for their birthday.
Yes.
Oh, since we have a realm, that means we know where 6 characters are. And it's a lore realm. Knowing Grand Train and Sourmouth. Sourmouth, an often forgotten way to use mute on tier 3.
Or to use mute against like the White Dragon.
Darkness asking poison animation off flag when I think it's actually been reduced, and there's some weird thing that happens if you... It's some kind of like spaghetti code thing.
And Walken's living dangerously by saving over his safe spot.
I mean, what could possibly be here that can't take care of? What could possibly, at level 15, harm him?
Magi Master?
Maybe we have the Atma offering, eventually. We've got Dwaya joining us in here. Dwaya asked if we needed a third, and since Sigil and I seem woefully incompetent, we decided to bring her in.
Yes.
And you came in just in time to see Poltergeist.
Nice. I actually like seeing Poltergeist early in these flag sets.
Yeah, the scaling doesn't seem that crazy on how spicy everything's going to be.
Yes.
I mean, we saw Gale Cuts doing like 30 damage.
Yeah. And that was a beefy Super Ball throw.
Is that 5,000 I saw?
Oh, yes.
That's a nice ball throw. Hi, yes, I was muted, but hello, how is everybody tonight?
Good yourself?
I'm doing great. Yeah, no, I was hanging out in chat and I was like, you know what? These are like my favorite people ever, and this is a cool flag set, and I want in.
It's really, we were incompetent with the flags. Right, Siri?
I think it's a little of both. We're
no
Dwaya's favorite people, and she felt sad seeing us fumble so much.
Right, and Walken got through Poltergeist really quickly.
Way to go, Workin.
Okay.
All right, Dwaya, what have you got to say?
Yes.
Well, I see Nobody War is taking on his Doomgaze. Probably going to have a little bit of a faster time. And Jesus the Frog will be getting his Go-Go. And I did not see, though, what Min got from Ancient Castle.
Realm.
Okay, Realm. Okay, I was in the middle of transferring over hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lore realm. That knows Grand Train.
Oh, you can't ask for anything better, especially with earrings already found in shops.
Yes. Only thing better if it has Whirlwind also.
Hopefully, War doesn't take too long getting through this fight.
Yeah.
I don't think he's necessarily in danger, but...
And we have Walken showing off, entering the Phantom Train again to fight the Ghost Train.
Can we just say that Workin is the unofficial winner, no matter what happens, just for this?
First to suplex the train.
Yes.
Exactly. I mean, there's nothing more appropriate on a Figaro Brothers birthday run than suplexing the train.
That is true.
Now, Dwaya... Oh, see, now that Gale Cut did some actual damage. When it was on Min's side, it was like 30 damage.
It's because Nobody War has more checks underneath his belt.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things about check scaling is the bosses can be really noodly in the very beginning, and it's nice when you get to take advantage of that.
Yep.
All right, somebody was about to throw a question my way. Let me have it.
Oh, which is your favorite Figaro brother?
I love Edgar. Even though he's kind of a sleazeball, I like Edgar.
There's a lot of sleazeballs in this game.
I mean, yeah.
But Edgar's one of the biggest ones.
And Jesus has successfully finished the one platforming section.
Yes. And nobody wore... Doomgaze has nobody wore on the ropes.
Yeah, this Doomgaze is being quite spicy.
Yes.
And Workin just
that's-
got the Illumina from the Celeste basement.
The one thing I learned from the War of the Magi flags with check scaling, do the bosses first.
Can you believe how sad that Aura Bolt was? Those Aura Bolts
Yeah.
were on Nobody War's side against a boss that's weak to Pearl Element.
Well, Sabin doesn't have high magic, so...
Yeah, Concussed Gamer bringing up a good point. Are we talking about them as a person or them as a character? As like an actual character for beating the game with?
So this is okay, so we've got Min trying to uncurse the shield, sans ribbon, or peace ring against a dragon. This is ballsy, and I kind of like it.
But also, the Paladin shield doesn't get you Ultima.
That's
This way,
okay. I can do without Ultima. It gives that great elemental absorb and the best shield in the game. I can do without Ultima.
Do you know how many
Didn't
fights
end
it was?
I do not. However, I know that you could. I did see that at least 2 of our runners got an uncursed like paladin shield in the Figaro
Yes.
basement.
Yep.
Right after Min wiped, unfortunately. So that's gonna feel bad whenever he goes back and watch this.
Yes.
And we've got Nobody War going to M-Tech. Min, the only one who hasn't found Celeste so far. Yeah, Illumina is the best shield in the game, but Paladin shield comes second.
And if you have them both together, then I mean, who else do you need?
Walker failed the math test.
Oh no! Okay, so you guys asked me, and I'm not sure if you guys asked each other, but I'll go ahead and reflect the question back to you. Who's our favorite Figaro brother? Cerise and I already knew yours, Sigil.
Yes.
It depends. Which is a better Dragoon?
Well, Eddie can use spears naturally, so I'll say Edgar.
There's your answer.
Okay.
But he can't be a Dragoon without the boots and stuff.
Well, neither can Sabin, so it doesn't matter. They're equal in that front.
Yes. So neither can be a good Dragoon.
Well, yeah, but I don't have to have a merit award also for Sabin to actually use a spear.
Thank you, Dwight, for having this argument on my behalf.
No
we
problem.
do see Nobody War running into the Guardian. Looks like Guardian stepped into the Magitech factory instead of just being outside in Vector. And that check scaling is starting to actually do some damage. But Nobody War's characters are not doing much damage.
And Walken had to refight the Ghost Train.
Oh, no, yes, because...
Dwyer, there's your air anchor action.
Finally!
Probably not on the target we wanted.
No.
Doesn't matter. I got to see my air anchor in a scene where you have a tools user opener and all 8 tools with monsters in boxes that can be instant deathed. Where's my air anchor?
So despite running into Doom Train, or perhaps because, sorry, Doom Gaze,
But
or perhaps because
but
of running into Doom Gaze so early, Min had the easiest time by far with it.
yes.
You go ahead, Sigil.
But as Chatty's pointed out, Saber can suplex a train. So your Dragoon argument is invalid.
Well,
No, it's
in
not,
Worlds,
because the very point of the argument was which was the better Dragoon.
Saban, because the suplex in the train could be used as like a Dragoon. He's jumping in the air and landing.
Moving on. So this is where we see check scaling really coming into play over the normal character Esper Dragon scaling. Yes, it's great to have that Celis free, getting that Celis from the free check, and it's great to get that Illumina, but you have upped your levels so high now from these free checks.
yeah, I mean, even Min, who's done 2 dragons, is only at level 22.
Yes.
You're right, Concussed Gamer. Imp is best jumper. Okay, so here's a question for you both. Are dragons considered checks in this flag set?
Yes.
Okay.
But they also increase their experience scaling.
Right.
So it's pretty much a double-edged sword like it is in the War of the Magi flag set.
Yeah, but the XP that you usually get from dragons can kind of counter that a little bit, as opposed to, I'm gonna go do a check and it's leader that doesn't give you enough XP to counter what he adds to the scaling.
Yeah. But the good thing is, the max level for enemies is level 45.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
And Realm up there on Min's screen reminding people of what it's like to do damage with spells.
Yes.
I mean, we don't lovingly call her Murder Child for no reason.
Yes. Yeah. It feels like so long since I saw a spell do so much damage.
Alright. Jesus the Frog getting through his Doomgaze fight. That is a hairy one.
At least the experience for that went on to the Figaro brothers.
Yes. That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
And I think Nobody War wants to do some grinding in here, but is not really finding the best fights to do it.
And we have Walk-In doing World of Ruin Nosh.
Yeah, following in Min's footsteps, everyone's gonna get a little close to where Yeti likes to hang out, but isn't gonna actually get him. Are we gonna see Yeti in this flag set?
More importantly, if we see Yeti, are we going to take him?
Can Yeti jump?
But Yeti could body smash.
That's technically kind of jumping.
It's a sideways jumping.
I mean, Saban's basically the closest thing we have to Yeti besides Yeti, in terms of vibes.
Yes.
And War is really committing to this MTech play. We got Rhinoxes and bombs for grinding.
While we have Jesus the Frog not going into Ancient Castle.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it does get you unlocked faster, but with how the scaling has been, you still have to get those levels to actually beat the game.
But if you combine it with the Phantom Train, you could just double run the tower to get those levels.
That is true.
So we have Min following his realm. He's the only one that has realm, so he's going to follow these checks. He's doing Owzers right now. One thing I've noticed about this seed is there is a lot of divergence. and I like it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. We'll kind of see how everything plays out. It seems like the M-Tech might not be the way to go, although it might just be that Guardian.
Look who Jesus the Frog found.
Good old Katana Soul.
I'm surprised we're not just noise blasting it.
Same here.
Maybe we just want to kill it the old-fashioned way.
Yes.
Tools are not getting the love that they should be getting. That's all I'm saying.
They're getting the love on Nobody War side.
Oh, well, we got Sketch instead. Who needs tools when we got Sketch?
You could do both.
You could do both. That's true. I guess that's true.
And how much damage are these flares doing on War's side? We'll get through this fight eventually.
There we go.
Get some good procs.
Yes. Sketch finally worked.
Well, that offering is going to go a long way with the VK and the Atmount.
Yes.
I know there's a second offering floating around. I don't know if Jesus the Frog bought it.
Right. No, it's in the Phantom Train. It's the reward for it.
We got Shadow and Owzers. That now opens up Floating Continent.
Okay.
What are your guys' feelings on that?
Probably with this flags, with the potential of getting skip, with just doing Phantom Train, Ancient Castle, and getting 6 characters. I feel you just forgo Floating Continent, double run the tower.
Gotcha.
And Min still doesn't have Celeste. Taking the long route to that Celeste that was available from the very beginning.
Yes.
That's true. Hey, you guys, there's something really important I want to talk to you guys about.
Is this a paid sponsorship?
No, I am paid in no way, shape, or form, but have you heard about the Save the Umaro Foundation?
I've heard a little bit about it.
I heard about it.
You know, so many times Yetis are left on the airship piloting while the others are off fighting evil. We need to return the Yetis to the natural home, the battlefield. So please.
So we have to return the Yetis to Nosh, is what you're saying.
No.
Yes, because you're saying return them to home, which is Nosh.
His natural
home, which is
natural
Nosh.
home is the battlefield. You know what? As long as he's not on the airship. That's all I'm saying.
But we're saving the Yetis by keeping him on the airship, so he doesn't get harmed.
See, okay, here's the thing. When Yeti decided to join us, he thought he was going to get some kicking Kefka butt action. Or at least kicking somebody's butt. He didn't know he was just going to be driving the car.
And driving the car is the most important part. How did he get out of there? Or get into it?
See, I don't know if Yeti has a license. Or is even old enough. Do we know how old Yeti is? I'm assuming following JRPG standards, he's a very old 18. Oh, sorry, 4.
I think Yeti's like 4 years old. 4 years counted.
So Workin's back to this Doom Gaze. War did finally make it through that Guardian.
Since Yeti's 4 years old, you want to send a 4-year-old into battle.
I trust a 4-year-old to battle more than I trust them to pilot an airship.
Maybe it's like dog years, though. Maybe 4 is actually like 28.
I feel like I should know the answer to this. As an Oregonian, I should know about Sasquatches. I don't know if Sasquatches and Yetis are they like the same genus?
these are way too deep questions, especially whenever we've got a nice dragon fight on Jesus the Frog's side and nobody war's getting through Magitech.
Yeah, chat, blink twice if you want us to stop, stop poop posting. Yeti Day flags are auto berserk and plus 80 vigor.
You know what? I'll take that.
I believe
run a flag.
Yeti's birthday is September 9th.
Do you just know that off the cuff, or is there a joke I'm not getting?
No, I looked it up.
Eat Google food.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and there's Ghost Train.
Yeah, right.
Oh, in his very unnatural habitat.
So we're gonna get the suplex the train objective here.
Yes.
So this makes MTech a little bit more lucrative, barring the amount of time it took to get through Guardian.
So here's the question. Now, Min is my Moogle in the Moogle Cup. I am not sure he knows the trick of going back into Fandom Forest to fight the train. To get it.
I don't think Min is gonna do Phantom Train.
Okay, so is it not necessary, I guess?
You could get 9 Espers instead.
I'm gonna ignore that comment, Darkness. Okay, so is it one or the other, I guess? 9 Espers,
Yeah, it's pretty much.
into Castle Phantom. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be a dead check here. So that's 2 dead checks from Shadow on Min's side. We did get the offering from the first one.
Ooh, but Doom, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Grand Train. We've got a drill. We've got hopes and dreams.
You got Aura Bolt.
We got Aura Bolt. Yeah, we could do it. I have faith. Exactly. Who needs Grand Train, or who needs Phantom Train when you have Grand Train?
So right now, I feel like Jesus is probably in the best spot. We've got 6 characters, 7 Espers. The levels are still kind of low, but we've got some more dragons we can kill. Hopefully Nobody War comes into a stronger position out after being through MTech.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's a character at the end of MTech for Nobody War's sake.
You know, that was actually going to be my question for you too, is what are we hoping to see at the end of MTech?
Maybe we freed Yeti from prison.
I'm going to be nice and say Terra.
Okay.
What about you, Dwyer?
I'm gonna be nice and say Setzer. I like Setzer checks. They're quick and easy. Darkness question. Can Phantom Train, Cast Train, or Grand Train with high note scaling? I don't believe so. This would definitely be a Glue question or a Cerise question because they're the ones that are the gurus of high level scaling.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so.
I think he can evil toot and wheel, and that's about all he has in his repertoire.
That's what I noticed, Dwyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would depend on if he has any abilities that get that scaling. If we did the weird like random element, it might work.
Speaking of Magimaster.
Oh!
Ooh.
Who called Magimaster in Darkness? You called Magimaster in MTech.
Yes.
Fortunately, we have Berserk.
Berserk.
Yeah, with Berserk, I mean, this guy's a kitten. We just need to, drill him down and cast flare. Speaking Cerise, can we do the sound effect?
Boo, 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 boo.
Perfect. My life is complete today.
7 out of 10.
I didn't want to do the rest of it.
That's why.
Boo, 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 boo.
Gretham is pointing out that Worgen is one character away from unlock now.
Yeah, despite Jesus the Frog being at 6 out of 7 characters, that unlock is going to sneak up on us on Worgen's side.
Yes.
And we know there's a shadow at Owser's, so it's very possible that he could get it in the next check.
Cerise, would you double run the tower?
I guess it depends on my levels. You know, if I am at level, 30 when I get unlock, and I don't really have any convenient dragons, at this point, we know where some of the worst offenders are. We've seen Poltergeist, we've seen Doom, we've seen Magimaster, we've seen Doomgaze, but not everybody's seen all of them.
Right, but Walken doesn't know where Magimaster is, where Doom is, or Guardian.
I think where I would be more concerned is, like, on Jesus the Frog side, he's got that great physical offense between the Atma, the VK, the Illumina. So, like, he can divide his party and any person can take a lane. If the others don't all have that, then it might be best to double run the tower.
Of course, you already know Sabin can't equip that good stuff.
He is the ultimate potato.
Yeah, how long does it take to run a tower? It's like if you have skip and you run it once through middle and then you skip in.
I think it's like 3 to 5 minutes to get to switches without any bosses.
Yeah, if my levels are low enough, I would probably do it. Although we have a decent number of people. If we have that Atma weapon, we have a decent number of people who can use it, so you can always swap it from party to party.
Absolutely. Especially on Jesus the Frog side, where he's actually running with Edgar Locke and Celeste.
Now, is Min ever going to get Celeste?
That's a good question.
I'm actually wondering if maybe he forgot that he has not done Collapsing House. Like, if he thinks he might have already done it and just forgot that it's not marked on his tracker.
Nobody were playing roulette on the action thing.
Right, fishes in the sky. How do you guys feel about the piranha fight?
I hate the piranha fight.
It smells like seafood.
It's easy, but it really is. I feel like I always get like the max length amount of time whenever I'm running a seed.
Yes.
And with Jesus fighting Funbaba, we see another big HP sponge, who at least we don't have to run into this in KT.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever been killed by a piranha, you learn to want them to go down as fast as possible.
Yeah. The piranhas almost wiped me when I was doing the Phantom Train check once.
I remember that. I was watching that.
Yes.
It was classic.
Yes, it was a good time.
Now, Darkness says rather fight a piranha than Doomgaze. I don't think Doomgaze should be your barometer for what you'd rather fight. But I understand the sentiment. And look at those evil triangles taking Senior Behemoth down.
Oh, I know. I love it.
I'm sort of sad no one's using Air Anchor on the second phase of Senior Behemoth.
Listen, I don't want to talk about Air Anchor anymore. I'm sorely disappointed.
I'm getting more disappointed.
And Jesus the Frog going into MTech now, probably going to have an easier time getting through the Guardian and everything.
But, yep. and that should be his unlock after MTech 2.
And Nobody War has a lot of espers.
Yes.
It does.
Really,
As Greta pointed out in the chat, he's gonna get Esper and Train unlock here.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, ooh, that's a mean guardian though.
Yes.
but the beautiful people survived.
You know, I think a Locke's a very beautiful person.
But not Saban.
Not. I stand by what I said.
Saban's more beautiful than Edgar.
You know, it's their birthday. I don't want to be mean to either one of them.
Okay, fine. Edgar has magnificent hair.
He does.
Did Realm lead to Locke?
No. Locke
No.
was the engine room.
Oh, that's right. So you get
Yeah.
so you get Locke and you get Realm from doing Edgar stuff in Ancient Castle.
Yes.
So here's a question for you guys. How do you think they celebrate birthdays in Figaro? What's a typical celebration?
I imagine there's a decent amount of flirting.
A lot of women.
Given Edgar's proclivities.
Yes. A lot of women.
Okay. So misogyny, got it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
I mean, there's... At
well,
least he's
Saban
not
just-
kidnapping people.
that we know of.
But I think Saban is probably celebrating it in a more wholesome way.
By getting
Like-
pummeled by his teacher.
Or learning Bum Rush.
Yes.
Or maybe he gets a little tipsy and just goes around suplexing everybody.
I mean, if he can suplex a train that easily.
Yeah.
Apparently they also celebrate it with check scaling and low magic stats.
Yes.
As you should.
Workin took a dip into Zozo for a second. I don't know if we just thought it was Jador.
Yeah.
And speaking of kidnapping people,
The chances kidnapping Celeste.
Oh, here's proof that you have an evil chancellor in this game.
that's true. That's true.
But
Okay.
is it really a chancellor or someone impersonating the chancellor?
Okay.
I'd say that.
Or
I'd say that counts.
yeah, and maybe not evil, but morally ambiguous. Which character celebrates with normalize and distort? That's a good question. Go. Okay. If you're Jesus the Frog, do you do MTech 3 for guaranteed skip or not? Nah. I think that's
Nah.
wasting. You would do more time trying to go for that than just running the tower.
Right, because it's really no time game if you double run the tower.
The only thing he would benefit probably from doing that would be just the levels from the grind fights and the two bosses at the end. That would help. But the actual skip part, I mean, Cerise, you can
Yeah.
chime in on that one.
Am I the resident expert on skipping stuff?
I mean, you're the resident expert.
I mean, I think Chadius brings up a good point. The cart ride wastes all the time you'd get from skip. Just fight a dragon instead.
Yeah.
We've also,
Yeah.
you're also kind of hoping that you get good levels from the grind fights
Right.
if you're going to do the grind fights. I think we haven't seen a lot of great grind fights. There's a certain amount of overlap that exists with them, but I don't know the logic behind all that. I'd say just kill a gold dragon.
Absolutely. Nobody wore up there checking Kefka at Narsh. I don't know if anybody else has done that, but we see that it's either an esper or an item and no character.
Yeah, it looks like not doing the Figaro brothers checks is not paying off.
Yeah. Which is great since it's their birthday.
That's true. I mean, the best thing about Saban's birthday checks is getting a different character than Saban at the collapsing house.
Nobody War is going back. Did he? Did Nobody War go into Doomgaze? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, he wiped to Doomgaze.
Okay, so he knows what's here. He knows that this is a lock. Yeah.
And he's probably hoping that those aura bolts are going to do a little bit more damage this time.
As they should. All right, and Jesus the Frog is in the tower.
Meanwhile, Min is in Imperial camp for the first time.
No, I think it's the second time.
Yeah, I think he wiped to like possibly like the level magics or something. I think he did it once.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think.
But I still don't think he's done collapsing house.
No.
Now, Jesus the Frog's levels aren't super high, but we've got two people who can do the Atma Genji.
Yes. And we have walking right on his tail. On Jesus the Frog's tail.
Yeah, with 4 fewer espers.
Yes.
And it looks like lower levels overall, but we're just gonna go for it.
Does he have... He does have the good stuff from the Coliseum, right? Working?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And he has the offering from the Phantom Train.
Okay, even better.
And here we've got Store Brand Inferno.
Store Brand Inferno.
Yes. He just wanted to feel like he was a better version of himself.
And like the blue light special? The Kmart blue light special or whatever it is?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's French vanilla. He's kind of in Magitech Factory.
So we're rocking lightsaber strats on Jesus' side.
I do like some lightsaber strats.
Now, I'm trying to think of who we still have in the boss pool left. There's some stuff that our runners don't know is around, but yeah, we have a Goddess. We've got... Gosh, most of the worst defenders we've taken care of. Is Tentacles still around?
Yes.
Tentacles is still around. As far as like what our runners probably don't want to see is I think we still have Chupon and Ultros, which gives no XP, which would really kind of suck in KT.
We could also get something like a Martial...
Ogre fight.
I mean, Martial Ogre, or a Martial Dweller, or... Is it Dweller or Skybase, or... There's one of them that can level 5 Doom you, so it can be...
I think it's Skybase.
No, it's the Duelers. And then, but you also could get Martial and Retainers, so you have to kill the Retainers like very carefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of the trade-off. That's my least favorite.
I just think it's very funny getting the prospect of getting level 5 doomed after you've already killed Doomgaze.
Min is finally getting his Celeste.
Which that'll lead to his skip. And if he goes to Magitech, he'll get his unlock.
I think there should be a retainer, or sorry, a martial double gigantos fight. Give us
Yes,
something
please.
nice for a change.
I want to see.
Anybody?
I want to
ahead.
see Marshall and 2 white dragons.
I want to see Marshall and 2 Doom Dragons. You're welcome.
I think the white dragons would be more fun.
Marshall Double Magi Master. Oh,
Oh.
darkness. Why are we like this?
That's a great answer, Darkness.
Now, does chat want to hear us talk about the current run or just our ideas for ways to make this game worse? I'm up for either, personally. Anything to keep me from getting on my Dragoon soapbox. Speaking of the
luckily
Save the Yetis Foundation, it looks like Yeti is going to be staying in whatever his natural habitat was.
Yes.
But who knows what it is? It could be Phoenix Cave.
And we will never see Phoenix Cave.
Right. Oh, walk check.
Wow, we are taking a VK over the Esper on Nobody War's side, which, I mean, makes sense. He doesn't need it.
I think the worst...
Min...
You go.
I was going to say, Min is going into M-Tech, so he will get his unlock.
And while
See,
walking
Leon.
is yes, while walking
Yep.
a minute away for starting his getting to his statues.
Yeah, Jesus was a bit ahead, but had some time loss on the Ice Dragon freezing.
Yeah.
The important member of the Figaro brothers.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We are seeing a Phoenix Cave play by Nobody War. Oh, here's hoping for Yeti. Come on, Yeti.
Come on, Strago.
I'm guessing that Nobody War is skipping Ancient Castle, just assuming that everybody else did it, and we need some kind of weird edge.
Possibly. But I am really impressed at how close Workin and Jesus the Frog are.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to be a race here.
Adma is a potentially spicy fight to run into here. You don't always think of it as an annoying fight, but he can definitely bonk you. But we've got some pretty strong party members here. So I think Workin will be fine. And Jesus the Frog, too.
And Man's having his fun with Guardian.
But he's having a much better time of it than the other runners did. And I think a lot of that is because he's got the levels behind the scaling. You know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yes.
he's got the levels to deal with it.
That wave cannon still did a lot of damage to that shadow.
Yeah.
Enough to make that happen.
Yeah.
That's my worst nightmare. With check scaling facing Guardian.
I missed what was in the validation chest.
All I see is a Welk.
It was a snow muffler? Oh no, I think we know what happened to Yeti.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He tried to climb KT without us.
I'm going with the snow muffler. It's really like Moogle fur.
I think it's like a shed skin type thing, and Yeti's actually a reptile.
Are we gonna go into like?
That would explain why there's so many snow mufflers out there sometimes.
Are we gonna go into like the conspiracy theory of in the Final Fantasy world? There's reptile people, and they're all Yetis.
Yes.
Oh dear.
It would explain how shops have snow mufflers for sale.
Jesus having a slightly harder time with this Atma. We had a good amount of strength, but I think just took a little too much damage. Unfortunately, Jesus is also going to run into Welk after this, which is a little bit annoying with that Atma offering.
But he has
Yeah.
to rerun the tower. Part of the
Ooh.
tower.
Speaking of bosses I don't like seeing in KT, I hate seeing Chad.
I know.
This is what I get for saying that there weren't that many bad bosses left.
Well, there's annoying bosses, not bad.
And what is this?
Jesus the Frog getting frozen and resetting out.
Yeah.
I forgot how far back Jesus has to go. Yeah, I don't know how many checks. Darkness brings up a good point. I don't know how many checks Workin is at, but the scaling just could be lower and the bosses could be weaker.
That's true. Alright, let's see what Nobody War gets for this Phoenix Cave dive. I'm actually really interested. Come on, Yeti.
Also, can I say, very bold of Workin to do the M-Tech Shadow and Sabin combo.
Yes.
All by themselves in one lane.
But at least he has heal force with Shadow.
And I think this might be the part where Workin where Nobody War realizes that Ancient Castle was the way.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's going to World of Balance, so he's looking at something else.
And Jesus the Frog having a lot of fun trying to kill that ice dragon again. But Workin's having some fun of his own.
I forgot to point out in the chat, Min might not suplex the train.
Oh, I wonder if he doesn't know about it.
Well, Min's getting unlocked the old-fashioned way at this point, because we've got enough characters. I don't remember, was it an Esper at the end of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a character.
And we did Ancient Castle, so... Now, hopefully for Jesus the Frog's sake, Workin continues to struggle with this Chatternook. But I mean, if anything can waste your time, quite like dying, and having to go all the way back and fight Ice Dragon 3 more times, it's Chad.
Absolutely.
Nobody were
Alright.
fighting a boss from a while ago.
Hopefully he'll use the air anchor. Come on, air anchor.
And we were talking about the possibility of bad grind fights in MTech 3, and that's certainly one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2000 XP is the most I've ever seen that fight give.
Oh. Yeah, this chat is spicy tonight.
It seems very possible that Min could come in from behind with the skip after MTech, because we'll have Unlock, we have 7-character skip, and I assume we're a little bit beefier with all those dragons that we killed. So with all of the trouble that Jesus the Frog and Workin are having here, this could be a steal. I mean, with all this trouble, it could even be a steal from Nobody War.
I would be so proud of my Moogle. I really would. Oh, alright. Ooh, that is a Merton from Magimaster. Magimaster's gonna be pretty ugly.
Not when you have a million flame shields or whatever's going on there. Did Min have
Blair,
Berserk?
that's... he might not have.
Or you just might feel his offense is good enough to not bother with it, along with his defense.
There's that too. I mean, that is a quad 9 Grand Train. I'll take it.
And also, Merlin did like no damage to men.
Nobody wore seeing the offering, keeping it, and going to continue going through Phantom Train. So that'll be unlocked for.
And we
war
have
after
walking.
suplexing the train.
And we have walking again and pass, Chad.
Thank goodness.
Good job working.
Also, I will say for Magimaster, even if you have the strength to kill it, Berserk saves various wall change animations.
Yes.
And I think Chainsaw does do more damage than Drill. It just has that chance of trying to do the instant death.
Which I feel is like 75% of the time.
Here's our Stooges. Who said Stooges in KT? Somebody mark that off their bingo card.
Yeah, another very annoying boss to run into here. We've kind of run into a lot of the secondary bosses that you don't think of as the most annoying, but kind of are.
I always hate facing Stooges in KT.
Oh, Chattius, we all know that whenever the chat says boss you don't want to see in KT, what you really mean is we really want to see this in KT.
Yes.
We're on to you, chat. We know.
I was hoping the game glitched out and put multiple Doom Gazes in KT.
I mean, repeat bosses is a flag.
Yeah. Yeah. It sure is. You want those multiple Magimasters? Repeat bosses.
Yes.
Looks like Workin's getting through this fight. Yep. So that's all the statues down on Workin's side.
Okay. So
Walken's the first one to face Final Kefka.
I will say Workin's levels are still pretty low.
Yes. How long do you think Walken's going to take?
We got mute, we have instant death. Do we have Calmness protection?
We have a Paladin shield and a Illumina.
we've got hopes and dreams and blocking.
Yes. The best Calmness protection is just blocking and praying.
I'm gonna say close to 10 minutes even. I might be doing Workin a disservice though.
I'm going with 11 minutes.
Now, with how this run has gone, I'm assuming that Workin got here and is surprised to have not seen the dot done yet, or is at least anticipating it coming out at any time.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know that everybody else has been having quite a time of it too.
Looks like Min is trying for skip. I saw him going through the progress tab a lot. But in the meantime, Sigil.
So in the first phase, the first tier, we have 3 target long arm, which is weak to instant death, like Air Anchor or Break and Doom. And we have Head, which casts Dread, weak to fire spells. And when it gets low, when it dies, it casts Quick and Quake. And we have Short Arm, which just hits you, and death counters with a big hit. That's why it would be really nice if our runners had all the tools.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm about to jump on a soapbox like Cerise jumps on the Dragoon soapbox, okay? I don't want to talk about it.
And we finally have Break taking out Long Arm.
Just so
Is
you know,
that-
I will not be in charge of questioning at the end.
Is that offering Ragnarok? Or offering Illumina on Min's side?
It better not be. We're gonna sit down and have a serious talk after this if it is.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble then.
He will be too.
And Jesus the Frog going a little slow but steady on this Chad.
I mean, slow and
damage-
steady means that you have a good chance of getting through it.
Locke just got wiped out on Walken's side as Walken moves
Oh,
on to tier
no.
2.
Hopefully Locke wasn't important.
Dwyer, do you want to explain tier 2?
Sure. Tier 2 has 4 parts. We've got magic on the far left. We have the red guy tools in the middle. We have the blue guy on the right as hit, and Tiger down below. Magic can be muted. Tools can be instant death. Tiger is weak to ice, and if you really needed to, hit can be slowed or stopped. Usually our runners will take out tools first, mute magic, and then focus on Tiger, just because Tiger can get particularly nasty. After you do so much damage to him, he will start Doom Tusking and South Crossing your party. Once he is down, though, usually our runners will concentrate on hit, just because muted magic is basically useless. So we'll take down hit, get his 10 hit counter, hopefully we all survive, and then we focus on magic. Magic will death counter with a quarter, or 2 dispels, or nothing at all. And usually that's why we want to take out hit first, so that we don't go into a quarter into 10 hits and wipe on tier 2.
Yes.
This chat is giving Jesus the Frog quite a bit of trouble, just like he did Orkin, but working on tier 2, he is flying at this point.
And that was not what we wanted to see. Min, I'm not sure, knows how to get into KT at this point, because I believe they've had Unlock, and they have Skip. Maybe they're just trying to show off.
No, it looks like he's going for his... He's going into KT now.
Going in
Yes.
with that offering Ragnarok, too.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's
Not right
too
now,
bad.
not on Restream. Not on Restream! We'll have a very serious discussion afterwards.
Yeah, Workin's having a little bit of a time getting through this. We had some really spread damage, which can make taking Tiger out pretty annoying. Looks like we still haven't air anchored the tools in the middle.
Well, there's your calmness protection answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Life 3.
Great minds, Sigil. Great minds.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully Workin gets control of this tier 2. Tier 2 can really go off the rails, especially if you don't air anchor tools, and if you take a bit of time. Luckily, Tiger is down so I think we can get some control back.
Yes.
And I believe, no, it was Min who had full party Merton protection.
I believe it was men.
Okay, yeah. We've got Paladin Shield on somebody, so we don't have to worry too much about Merton on tier 3.
That is a very good point. If they, for some reason, did not complete MTech and get Siren, Sourmouth is there, and Sourmouth is amazing.
I think Workin used regular old-fashioned mute.
That's what Walker did do. Cerise, you want to talk about tier 3?
Sure. So tier 3 has these two parts to it. It has the lady in the back, who has 9,999 HP, pretty low for a boss. Absorbs all elements and can use Pearl Wind. It can also revive the front portion, which is known as Sleep. So you have to kill it first.
Yes.
Sleep does some various things like Merton, W Wind, and then when you get it to... When you've done about 29,000 HP, it'll start doing Meteo and Train, and also counter with Meteo and Train, which are pretty annoying. And finally, once you kill it, it can counter with 1 to 2 Calmnesses, which will instant kill somebody unless they have the image status up, or are vanished, or have life 3 and can come back up afterwards. Or they just block it.
Yes, but it's also important to note that if you do kill Sleep first and it gets brought back with life 2, it's still going to be in medial phase.
I learned that the hard way the other day, actually. Because to me, life 2 means you're at full HP no matter what full HP is. However, since the game caps at quad 9s, it's at quad 9s.
Yes.
Which is within Meteo Train phase. And he immediately pops out like you've hit him and countered him, and yeah, I found that out the hard way.
Yes. And Saban took a calmness for the team on Walken's side.
Oh, so he lost both Saban and Locke.
But that doesn't matter. But that doesn't matter. He has VK offering Edgar.
So we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
We got our friendly neighborhood frog here on the last statue. Yeah. Min, it looks like, is double dipping the tower, because I'm assuming I believe they have skip, and War is getting the bum rush.
Yes, and with final Kefka, as long as Walken does 30k damage right away, he won't get hit with a fallen one. And after that, Kefka would go into Garner phase. So you really don't want to hit him when after you do 30k damage, because you'll just get countered with a regular hit or hyperdrive.
That's true, but he's definitely going to take advantage of these VKs sitting at 1 HP.
Yes.
But that's probably the worst thing that you can see is losing your important person and then immediately going into the end comes Beyond Chaos.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to definitely need to heal up very quickly.
But I don't think we have a way to.
No, heal force.
Unfortunately, we didn't wait trick during that.
No.
Do we have life 3 on anybody?
I hope so, because this could be a wipe for Workin. And nobody wars in the tower now, along with Min the Mage, so this is actually pretty close.
Nobody war has skip.
He did.
All those espers finally paying off.
Oh, Workin!
Yeah.
Workin still has a chance. We'll still be the first one to Kefka again. I think whoever wins this is going to feel like they didn't deserve it, considering everybody has really gone through it.
Yes.
I mean, this seed has put everyone through the ringer.
It really has.
Whoever wins is going to wonder what happened to everybody else.
Okay, so the interesting thing about, other than Heal Force that we had available, we had Pearlwind and possibly Mantra if Sabin hadn't been Columnist. The problem is that all goes off their current HP, and if it's at 1 and you can't get it off 1, then you have nothing.
But in that case, Dwyer, you could have had Shadow Heal Force Realm.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying, like, is
Yes.
it's very limited. Yes, there is a Mega Elixir floating around somewhere.
Everyone who did M-Tech.
Which was, I believe,
Yes.
Nobody War and Min the Mage.
I thought Jesus the Frog did it too, but I could be wrong.
I think they did M-Tech 1 and 2?
2. They did M-Tech 1 and 2.
You're right, because Magimaster was further in. You guys are absolutely right. Oh man, guys, this has definitely turned into a race.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a little more juice in... I think I'm mixing up my metaphors, but a little more juice in Jesus the Frog's engine here. Since we have more levels, although stuff's just getting bonked anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's really nice having that just Genji Atma instead of having to rely on offering Atma. So you've got your offering BK person to do lots of damage to everyone, and we have an Aaron-Care cast, folks.
Finally! I'm so happy!
Finally! I think that wasn't accidental. Ooh, on Walk Inside, he lost his VK user.
Oh no!
No.
Yeah, we're having quite the time with Tier 1.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Frog Sabin is made of paper, apparently.
All their characters are like made of paper, it feels like.
Well, except for that Snow Muffler, I'm not sure I've seen a whole bunch of good armor floating around.
Yeah.
I think this might be the ticket, getting those life 3s on your party members. I mean, Tier 1 can be the most ruinous phase if you have a lot of physical damage dealers because of those counters. I mean, Edgar must be wearing that Snow Muffler or something, because you'd expect that to do a lot more damage.
Jesus the Frog heading up to Tier 2. Right behind Workin.
And on Tiers 1 and 2, if you have Steal or Capture, you can steal elixirs. While Tier 3, it's an Atma weapon in Ragnarok, and Tier 4 is a Mega Elixir.
Gretham, you're right. Muddle to interrupt mute is troll. Oh no. Nobody War took a wipe. Oh. This tower is nasty.
At least we have Skip, so Nobody War doesn't have to go all the way back through, because we have this save point here. Because when Jesus the Frog died to Atma, had to kill that ice dragon again and do all that walking.
Yeah. Min's Arabolts are doing a lot more than, I think, Workins and Jesus the Frogs. Doing 6k a pop, so his chat fight might be going a little faster.
I think Nobody War is the only person who's going to be doing quad 9s with Sabin with that bum rush.
Oh,
Man,
uh,
those pearl procs. Get out
Yeah.
of here.
it always procs when you don't want it to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Atmo absorbs the, quote, weird elements, as I have in my notes.
Yes. The non-cool elements. That's right, Chadius.
Ragnarok will never heal girl either.
Right.
This Sabin really does not want to live. And I'm surprised to not see the air anchor on Jesus the Frog side.
Yeah. He just wanted to give us a little bit of hope. And take it away.
At least I thought Tool was still alive. I thought I saw the gravity bomb.
Alright, Nobody War gets through his Atma. Min is going to be grand training the Stooges.
Grand Train on Stooges can be a little bit annoying because that's a lot of possible counters, but at least it's gonna go down.
Very true.
Yes.
And both of our runners on Tier 2 are having a bit of a time with it. But
Wait,
Workin finally gets through.
And it's back onto tier 3.
Yeah, Workin is both the first person to get to Tier 3 in this race, but also the first person to get to Tier 3 twice.
Yes.
And hopefully, does Workin know that we have Pearlwind on Realm? I mean, I don't even know if we have Pearlwind on Realm. I just saw someone in chat mention it.
Yeah.
And we've also got Heal Force Mantra.
We've got Phantom
Procs.
coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, Min is at the switches.
Yes. And now we have Jesus the Frog going on to tier 3. And that lock getting one-shotted.
Yeah, Workin being reminded that this boss can just bonk you the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, he doesn't have to pull out anything flashy. He can just, kick out his
just
leg and knock
Yeah.
you down.
I'm always surprised how much damage the single hit does with sleep.
Oh, I know, right?
Now, for such a wild race, with such divergences, with many weird things in treasure chests, we have 3 people all in Final Kefka at the same time, and 2 of them on the same tier.
Yeah.
It's been an odd one.
Oh no, we had Merton come out right after Phantom.
Oh,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, luckily
double
we have...
Medio.
Oh, is this a multi-summon seed?
Apparently it is.
Realm in a Dream.
Yeah,
I'll take it. Realm in a Dream.
With multi-summon on, I'm surprised we didn't see more Phantom in Tier 1.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if Workin has it.
Come on, Workin, you can do this, buddy.
Yeah. You got this, Workin.
I wouldn't normally say this, but I think I'm gonna throw up.
You only say that whenever I run KT in Final Kefka.
So Jesus the Frog, take 2 on the Phantom, and this time gets the quick off.
Meanwhile, Min is going up to Tier 2, right behind him.
But remember, quick takes 4 Phantom. Vanish.
Yeah. Fortunately, we have... Oh, and there's the targeted airstrike.
Yeah.
But we have the life 3. Will we see a second one?
No.
Oh, good.
Good.
Now, I have a question for my 2 fellow commentators here. Will Min have a reasonable time with this Tier 2?
Yes.
I have faith.
He'll have an excellent time with this Tier 2.
I just
Will he
would really
air
like
anchor
to
the
see
Tier
him.
2?
That's
No.
what I was getting ready to say.
No.
I wish I would see somebody air anchor tools.
He will not air anchor.
And Jesus the Frog coming up on Tier 4.
Workin, seeing that Kefka has some triangles of his own.
Good knowledge there, knowing that Tools is weak to Bolt.
Not quite as weak as he is to air anchor.
You know what? I was
know.
not gonna say it. I was not gonna say it.
No.
Alright, looks like it's gonna be 3rd time's the charm for Workin. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Workin really wanted to have that dog going in here, but the levels were pretty low. The offense is a little bit weak, and there's not a lot of safety.
Meanwhile, we're in Goner phase with Edgar Quicking, and that is GG's.
Jeez. And Jesus the Frog is the winner of tonight's restream with a time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 21 seconds. GG's.
That was well run.
And
Yeah, this was a fight for everybody. Well played.
welcome on in, Jesus the Frog, and GG's on winning tonight's race.
One question. How
Yes.
the hell did I win that race?
I predicted that whichever person run was going to ask that same question.
Okay, so Walker got to Final Kefka before you, but wiped twice.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why the lack of air anchor strats?
I used your anchor. I used it on tier 1. I used it on tier 2.
Oh, then we missed tier 2.
I think I got confused because I saw a gravity bomb come out, but I think it just that was its first action after the air anchor. And the thing that killed it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so you're the only one then that used the air anchor tonight. As of right now.
It's a great tool.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about a few things. Can we start with, I didn't anticipate the Pearl coming out of the Warlock in Figaro Castle and lost 4.5 minutes at the beginning of the game. Just right off the bat. And then I want to talk about Doomgaze. And then I want to talk about Guardian. And then I want to talk about Atma. And then that Ice Dragon.
Yeah, I really thought we had seen a lot of the awful bosses by the time we got into KT. I was amazed to see so many annoying bosses still left.
Yeah.
Because we'd seen Magi Master was one of the MTech 3 bosses, so that was off the table. But we still managed to get a pretty annoying combination.
Magitech was terrible. Doomgaze at the first spot and Magitech at the last two. That's rough.
Wasn't Doomgaze Tentacles? It was Guardian at the first spot in MTech.
Oh, sorry, it goes Guardian.
Right.
That's almost as bad.
Yes.
That Guardian also was very rude.
Yeah. Nobody War went a pretty interesting route involving fighting that Guardian at very low levels and having to grind on bombs. Luckily, the multiple bombs formation in MTech, but managed to catch up and is on Final Kefka with everyone else right now, thanks to getting 11 Espers, which got Skip.
Yes, because nobody War was refusing to go Ancient Castle.
Yeah, and I think at a certain point felt like he couldn't do the same thing that everyone else surely did.
I think it was actually Ancient Castle blocked.
And Workin loses that VK offering user again. I don't know where Phantom came from, but it would be so great to see Phantom on tier 1.
I had Phantom pretty early.
Yeah. Were you aware that multi-summon was on?
Oh yeah, I knew it was on.
Okay.
That's why I used Phantom on tier 2. I used it twice on tier 3. Because of course, as soon as I cast Phantom, I cast Murton.
Yeah, it always does that.
Yep.
And it looks like Min is about to... Yep, Min didn't get double calmness on the Life 3 person, so Min is going to be... God, I want to say the second person to tier 4, but I guess technically the third, because Workin's been on tier 4 twice. Workin went in pretty early, and mostly had people on like the low 30s for levels.
Yeah.
And it just had a hard time getting through.
I think Workin's levels are like 34 right now, around there.
Yeah, and Workin also keeps losing the VK offering user on the first tier.
No, Edgar's is VK offering user.
Locke was using something, right?
It was Genji Glove.
Yeah, this seed had some tricks for everybody. I think at one point I said that it was going to start getting smoother once there wasn't a need to loot anymore, because the annoying thing was the monster in the boxes, and then we just kept getting the like beefiest bosses possible.
Yeah. So it's your fault tonight, Cerise.
I don't think I can be blamed for this.
You cursed them with. It's gonna go all smooth.
Now, Jesus, do you have anything? Okay, first of all, Jesus the Frog or Jesus the Frog?
It is Jesus the Frog.
Perfect. How do you feel about the Frog? Or Frog?
No.
You want the whole thing?
You can call me Frog. It's fine.
Frog? Okay. Look, we commentators, we have a lot to say, and every syllable counts. Unless you have more you want to complain about for this flag set, I do have to ask, which of the Figaro brothers is your favorite?
Oh, Edgar, for sure. But I do have to complain. I will say, I want to note a couple of things. I was committed to the bit. I put Edgar and Sabin together on the right lane for thematic reasons. It worked out that Edgar had actually pretty much solo and Sabin was not very useful. But my main mistake this seed was not killing enough dragons. And I thought about, before I went to tower, going in full center lane, taking Atma dragon, even going to Narsh. But I was like, yeah, I'm like high 30s. Edgar's like 41. That should be fine. Would have been 20 minutes faster if I had just taken like 2 more dragons before going to Kefka's tower.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Min had the highest levels of everybody. Min also just finished. And those levels were still just like low 40s. So experience was hard to come by.
It really was.
And we've got Min in here.
GG's, man.
That was fun. That was interesting.
Yes.
Min, I'm so proud of you, buddy.
Were you expecting to get second? Because our winner,
Nope.
Jesus the Frog, was not expecting to get first.
Nope. Not at all.
You actually went in with, I think, the highest levels out of everybody.
Yes.
I see.
Yes. Man, just in
What's up?
case you didn't know, if you complete the Phantom Train check, you could go back in to face the Phantom Train.
So I was thinking I did that because I didn't think I unlocked, because I thought like my ancient castle being grayed out means I never went there, so I thought I didn't do something there, so I went to do Phantom Train again, only to realize that I'm good.
And the most important question for the night: who is your favorite Figaro brother?
Edgar.
I think we really need to do as like a clarification on that. Who's your favorite as a person, and who's your favorite as a character in Worlds Collide?
The answer does not change.
Saban's
Okay.
probably better personality wise. Character wise, it's definitely Edgar.
Now we've heard a few complaints about this seed so far. What would you like to complain about?
I actually had a lot of fun with it, to be honest. It was really slow. I was very scared to open treasure chests ever after dying that first time and losing like all of South Figaro basement.
You did have one big advantage, which was you did Doomgaze fairly early. I'm sure your offense didn't feel great, but everybody else who ran into Doomgaze, the scaling was up, but the damage that our runners had wasn't up that much. So they're probably only doing like twice as much damage as you.
Yeah, that was a good character to find early. I always like to see luck.
Okay, now Min,
What's up?
as your mentor in the Moogle Cup, we got to talk about something.
Okay.
Why did we not air anchor tools?
I didn't know you could air anchor tools.
Air anchor is instant death. Yes, you could have gotten rid of it very easily.
I did not
Along
know
with
that.
long arm. Yes.
I knew break didn't work on tools, so I didn't even try it. I thought I had Doom at some point, but I guess I didn't.
Okay, Gretham, I'll own that one, I guess. I guess. I guess.
I concur, Greta.
Oh, I guess I'm also supposed to ask you about an offering rag. Did that happen?
It did.
Ah!
I took it off very quickly.
We all saw it. To my shame, we all saw it.
Don't worry about it.
The GG's nobody wore.
GG's nobody wore.
Alright, I will stop picking on you now. GG's, my friend. You did amazing.
What was the thought process going through this seed, man?
I was stressed after like dying a lot in the early game. I was like, I'm so screwed. There's no way I'll get anywhere within the ballpark of a good time here. That felt really bad.
Yeah, and Greta wants to know, did you suplex the train?
No, I never found the train because I never went back. I did Ancient Castle first.
Didn't you do MTech?
Yeah.
I did.
Train was you fought Train in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I totally wasn't thinking about it. Whoops.
I really enjoyed.
I forgot a lot of stuff. Whoops.
I enjoyed suplexing the train and also getting my 9th Esper from the same fight. So either one would have been unlock.
Yeah, that was nice.
I didn't need 404.
And I'm not sure Warkin can do it with this
Yeah.
party, unfortunately. Flying a bit too close to the sun, but can't fault for a lack of bravery. Especially against, runners of this caliber. You don't necessarily know that they're having as bad a time as you, and you feel like you just can't fault for a lack of bravery. Especially
I was
against...
scared, like, man, a lot of people here played a lot longer than me. I was kind of nervous that, like, I made a lot of mistakes they didn't, They weren't really small ones either.
And we've got Nobody War in here as well.
GG's
GG's, I
Nobody
hope
War.
you liked the 11 Espers.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, if
First
it makes
off,
you
who-
feel any better, no one had fun. Well,
Yes.
no one had an
I had
easy
fun.
time.
And what are you talking about? This was the most fun I've had in like a whole 2 hours.
Who's your favorite Figaro brother?
Let's
character-wise
take a
and
wild guess.
personality.
The one that can input blitz commands correctly. How about that?
I saw some bum
Okay.
rushes.
Yes.
They worked some of the time.
Man, I hate that guy. And that's a strong word, but yeah.
Now, what would you like to complain about after everything that's happened over the last 2 hours?
I don't know. This went pretty good, all things considered, compared to the few of these I ran right before this. I probably should have taken the train earlier for the offering. Finding that Valiant knife that Ed could wear kind of set me back, having to go back and run the train before I jumped into the tower. Other than that, man, I was really hoping for an egg, man. I was hoping for something like that Magic 2 Esper helped. I was just, running around without the charm on for the longest time because I knew, like, Sabin needed levels to get Bum Rush by the end of this. And that was, like, my main goal. So, yeah, I mean, things happen. Take some resets here and there, but, no, this was a good time.
Yeah, levels were hard to come by, especially considering we had monsters in a box and chests. I think Min had the highest levels, and it was like
I
40...
wasn't messing with any of that.
Yeah.
I was like 44, I think. Something like that.
Now, Min, I do have one question for you. How did it feel finding that Celeste like an hour in, despite her being available from the very first second?
That made me sad.
That was pretty bad. Was it literally like an hour? It felt like it was pretty long.
Min found it last by far.
Okay.
Although it did seem
Yeah.
like I was surprised how many people faded.
I mean, that
dropping
got me
most of as long as
nowhere.
they did.
Like, I peeked, I saw Locke down there with the spaghetti, and I'm like, I was gonna run back in and take that Doomgaze fight again super early, and I'm like, maybe if I just would have taken a few grind fights like right outside the cave and hop back in, I would have been okay. But I just was like, no, I'm coming back later, and yeah, that's Ed.
Yeah. It was a rough
that
early
guy.
for everybody. Rough
Did
middle
anyone
for
else
everybody.
pull the Atmos for the Coliseum?
Nope,
Oh,
I wasn't
Coliseum,
there.
man. I was thinking about that all seed. I'm like, I need a stick for somebody. You found the Illumina, and it was like, I needed something else for Edgar to do. And
Yeah, I had double
thought
Atmos
about
on
that
Edgar.
all seed long, hitting the Coliseum up.
It was a Phoenix
but
Downs.
I found a Valiant knife, and it was like, all right, I'm going back for the offering, and then we'll be fine because, like, I'm in the 30s. This guy's gonna get Bum Rush. Everything's gonna be good by the end, but yeah, it was real slow. It was real slow.
Yeah.
And we have Workin in here now. Workin, now it's your turn to get on the soapbox about this seed. Or you can just tell us who your favorite Figaro bro is.
He might be muted.
Workin, if you're talking, we can't hear you, but we can feel your pain.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Now
All
we
right,
hear
lay it
you.
all out.
Okay, so this scene was good except for the wipes. The exploders in South Fig, that was just cruel. Failing the math test
that
with
check
Doomgate.
scaling at 2.5 sneaks up on you.
It wasn't even that. Wiped
No,
to the
it was that.
stupid stuff. The stupid stuff. Exploders in the barrel at South Fig. I wiped to that. I failed the math test with Doomgaze. I didn't wipe to anything else except for Final Kefka. I wiped the Final Kefka 3 times because I couldn't keep my people alive. I didn't have any healing. I mean, I was using Magitech Heal Force and Mantra to heal, and I couldn't keep my damage dealers alive.
Yeah, your levels were pretty low going in there. I don't know if you would have thought that you were the first one to get to Final Kefka. I imagine everybody was probably running this feeling like they were way behind. But
I honestly thought I was the first one there. I honestly thought I was the first one there.
Seriously, no lie. At an hour 40, I felt like I was in the lead.
yeah, I mean, you have to assume that there's everyone else is going through it. If you fought that Doomgaze, so did everybody else.
Yeah. No,
Yo,
at an
this-
hour 40,
yeah.
I had wiped the Final Kefka twice already. And I'm just
The double up on the characters with Edgar, like, required was the kicker of this for me personally. Like, get out of here, guy. I don't want to ever see your face ever again.
Yeah, you faded the Edgar Ancient Castle and Tentacle stuff a lot longer than everyone else did.
Yeah.
And I feel like at a certain point you just committed to the bit.
Well, because, I checked everything else. Like, I'm a big believer of, like, I love a good 50-50. So, like, I'm peeking Kefka and Narsh. Like, I'm doing all this other stuff to make sure, like, I know what I'm doing. And when it comes down to it, it's like, oh, crap, guess it's Ancient Castle. After I already suplexed the hell out of that train. It's like, if I would have just committed from the beginning.
it was like, okay, I'm gonna commit to the bit, and fade espers, go for characters and the 2 other things, try and get a jump on this. I was just too level and I couldn't heal. Otherwise, if I had gotten lucky with a couple of things, I could have had the seed beaten in an hour 20.
Yeah, I knew this flag set. It's one of those flag sets where you gotta just run around without the Moogle charm on early, and you gotta like outscale this thing quick,
And
else
don't get
you're in trouble.
exploded.
Yeah.
Scaling wasn't an issue for me until Final Kefka. I was killing stuff quite easily until Final Kefka. I just couldn't.
A lot of the grind fights and such weren't particularly lucrative. So,
Yeah.
And I think you had less checks than everyone else going in to Final Kefka or going into KT. So you probably had an easier time with them too because you had that scaling under control there. But then Kefka doesn't care about scaling.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the scaling on Kefka. If I would have had some sort of reliable healing or something, it would have been GG. That, or if the Kefka scaling would have been more in tune with levels and stuff, or if I had better defense, but
Healing was a big problem in this seed. In that,
yeah.
I had 1 Mega Elixir from the Coliseum, Mantra, and I stole elixirs from Final Kefka.
Yeah, I think I was rolling with like a Cure 2, a Mega Elixir, and like 2 elixirs in the pocket. So yeah,
I would love to hear
hear you
too.
on that.
I was curing Edgar on tier 3 with potions to bring him back up after a Murton so he could swing the Atlas. That's where I was.
Atmas.
Yeah.
I had
You
VKs
know
on
what,
him. He
Atmos?
could have stayed dead for all I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't trust Atmo weapons. Yeah.
Atma is the best weapon. The fastest time I ever had to fight a Kefka was about 4 minutes and maybe 35 seconds, somewhere in there. It was a 120 speed Terra with Genji Glove Atma. All I did the whole fight was swing
999.
Terra, wait for ATB. Swing Terra, wait for ATB. She was the only character that acted through all 4 tiers with 4.5 minutes.
Nice.
Well, she is the main character, kind of. We don't need to get into the main character of Final Fantasy VI conversation.
In the main
Orkin,
character syndrome.
I don't know if we asked you, Orkin, favorite Figaro brother, both as a
Saban,
character.
Saban, hands down. Saban, hands down.
Saban? Do you prefer him as a personally or as a character to get in Worlds Collide?
So in Worlds Collide, yeah, as a character, I really like him. He's my favorite character. Playing the original game as a kid because of Blitz, and I thought that was really cool. In Worlds Collide, his checks are great, but his stats and equipable, equipment, he sucks. I'm sorry, but that's I'd love to see him at the beginning so I can stash him on the airship. Once I get more characters.
The only problem with Sabin is his equip pool. If you can wear an Atma, an Illumina, or Ragnarok, something like that, then he's fantastic, 10 out of 10. You stick a big sword on him, he's great. But the problem is he's got a very, very he's got usually a 33% chance of wearing a good item.
Well, it's his equipment pool that sucks. Otherwise, he's amazing.
Now, we've got a lot of people in here, and we could probably talk about things forever. Does anybody have anything that they want to plug?
The Ultimate Derby that's coming up in October. That's Glue's little kiddo. So, yeah, plug the Ultimate Derby, Glue.
I always assumed Glue had a Yeti for a kiddo.
No, I'm assuming Glue is a Yeti.
Yeah, that's also true. Glue's not going to plug the Ultimate Derby?
Well, it's going to be pretty sweet. Whatever it is. All I know is that I'm participating in it. But I don't remember exactly what it is. If I remember right, there's a very long relay portion.
Yes, there's a relay portion where we played the Ultimate Derby flags back to back to back. We have two teams, and people could donate to either team, or donate into just to the wherever they want to put the donation.
This time we're putting a little twist on it. We're actually accepting runs from any other speed run or RPG, which is a nice thing. There's been some talk of some other things happening in between some Final Fantasy VI World Collides runs during the Ultimate Derby, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, it'll definitely be something.
We might have to arrange a
out.
multi. Might have to arrange a multi. That would be fun.
Ooh, that would be fun walking.
I'm down.
So am I.
The Battle Royale for Moogle Cup 4 is actually starting this week.
Yes.
That's another interesting thing that's happening.
And if anyone out there doesn't know anything that's going on, but you're interested in playing Worlds Collide, just join our Discord. Everyone in here is going to want to help you out. It's a lot of fun. FF6 randomizer, best randomizer. The only platforming you have to worry about is on the bridges in Zone Eater. It's a lot of fun. Very sweet community.
Yes.
I think we're in a good spot to wrap things up. I think this is normally when Glue would say something, but I guess I'm gonna say it. Thank you to my fellow commentators, Sigil and Dwyer. Dwyer, thank you for joining us in the middle of it. Sigil and I were woefully underqualified for
Yes.
for commentating on this flag set, so having you in here was great. Thank you to our runners for doing the actual hard part, which was suffering through this while we watched. And thank you to Gretham and Glue for tracking and restreaming. All we had to do as commentators was talk, so thanks for doing the hard parts, everyone.
Yes.
GG's to everybody, and thanks for letting me jump in like halfway through. It was fun. I was having a blast.
Yes. Have a nice night, everyone, and hope to see you next time.